Alright, welcome back. I'm just going to go over section 8.4 review, and this is the last lesson of the whole course. I'm going to start off with the warm-up. Just so you know, the lesson 8.4, lesson 4, is basically about inequalities of combined functions, and we're going to look at how to actually solve inequalities either using intervals, algebraic method, or the graphical method. So we're going to start off with a little warm-up. It says solve the following equation. And if you notice here, this equation right here is a cubic equation. I'm just going to move everything to one side, and we would have to use long division and the factor theorem to be able to solve this equation. So just moving everything to one side first, I have 4x cubed minus 12x squared minus x plus 3 equals to 0. I've already rearranged it as I moved it over. And I'm going to let f of x equal to just the left-hand side of the equation. So I have 4x cubed minus 12x squared minus x plus 3, just so that I can use factor theorem to figure out at least one of the factors. And to figure out one of the factors here, you usually want to refer to the last digits, and you want the factors of 3. So in this case, you can try positive and negative 1 or positive and negative 3. And notice here, I got some negatives and I have some positives. I'm just going to go ahead and try positive 3 in here. So f at 3 equals 4 times 3 cubed is 27, minus 12 times 3 squared is 9, minus 3 plus 3. And if you actually work this out, you will notice that your answer will become 0. So in this case, you can say the fact that x minus 3 is a factor of f of x. Okay, so since we have figured out one of the factors, we're going to use long division to figure out the other factors. So, I'm just going to set up my long division. I have 4x cubed minus 12x squared minus x plus 3, and I'm dividing it by x minus 3. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply x by 4x squared to be able to get 4x cubed. So that's 4x squared. So 4x squared times x is 4x cubed. 4x squared times negative 3 is a negative 12x squared. I'm going to go ahead and subtract my two expressions here. So this becomes a 0. I'm going to bring down the negative x, and I'm also going to bring down positive 3. In this case, I'm going to have to multiply this x by a negative 1 to get a negative x, and the negative 3 times negative 1 is a positive 3. Subtracting those, I am also going to get a 0. So in this case, you should end up getting a 0 because we have determined that x minus 3 is a factor of f of x. So now I'm going to rewrite f of x in its factored form. So f of x is equal to x minus 3 times 4x squared minus 1 plus the remainder, which is just 0 in this case, so I don't have to write what the remainder is equal to. And I notice my factored form right here is a difference of squares, so I can go ahead and I can factor this further. So f of x equals to x minus 3 times 2x minus 1 times 2x plus 1. Okay, so now since I've factored this equation, I'm going to come back to where I was actually about to solve it. So where I actually introduced f of x. I'm going to rewrite 4x cubed minus 12x squared minus x plus 3 in its factored form as x minus 3 times 2x minus 1 times 2x plus 1. And I'm going to equate it to 0 so that I can go ahead and solve for my zeros. So this is going to be x minus 3 times 2x minus 1 times 2x plus 1 equals to 0. And let's go ahead and just figure out what each one of those variables actually equal. Well, in this case, what x would equal in each one of those cases. So x equals to 3, x equals to a half, and x would equal to negative a half. So that's basically our answer to this question.